Hello and welcome back. Today I'm here to talk to you about my bump date. Today I am 32 weeks and 4 days. I also wanted to talk a little bit about my pregnancy and why it's considered a high-risk pregnancy. So let's take it back in time a little bit. At around 24 weeks of gestation, I went in for my scheduled appointment to do the glucose testing, and all seemed well up until I got a call from my OBGYN, and she told me that she wanted me to go to the hospital immediately. I was admitted into labor and delivery, and that is actually when I found out that I had diabetes. Now, they're not sure if it's gestational or if it's more of type 1. Based off of the further testing, they're saying that it's type 1 diabetes. I was quite frustrated and upset just because they draw so much blood from you as soon as you find out that you're pregnant. I found it hard to believe that that didn't pop up sooner. So here I am worrying about my baby because, people that have diabetes during their pregnancy typically have issues with a larger baby. The baby tends to grow larger because of the sugar levels in your body are not regulated. There are chances of a C-section, induction, things like that. So please, if you're suffering from diabetes and you've had pregnancies or are currently pregnant, I would love to hear your story or a little bit more about it. Please put it in the comments below. Another reason my pregnancy is considered high risk is because I have something that is called uterus didelphis. Basically what it is a malformation of the uterus. So I have like a heart-shaped uterus, or as they say, double uterus. So this is a picture of my uterus, and as you can see, it is documented that the pregnancy is in the left side of my uterus. Either way, I'm not worried. Keeping lots of positive thoughts, but I just wanted to throw that out there. And again, if anyone is experiencing this during their pregnancy, please put it in the comments below. I would love to speak with someone who's been in this situation. So I went in for my appointment with my OBGYN, and she was telling me that most likely I will have to be induced at around 39 weeks just because of the fact that they did put me on insulin injections, and she was mentioning that the babies sometimes don't tolerate the insulin that well. Hopefully I can avoid the induction just because I don't want those type of drugs in my system. I've read a bit on it, and I know that sometimes those drugs can put the baby in distress and then you end up having a C-section anyways. My OBGYN assured me that it would be alright and we would still try to do a vaginal birth, and I would like to avoid a C-section at all costs, but at the end of the day, whatever is the safest for my baby and I'll have to just roll with the punches. All things aside, I was happy to see that my baby is growing to size, and we are going to be checking her again in a few weeks. I'll actually be going into the fetal diagnostics unit to have her monitored, and then we're going to have an ultrasound just to double check her growth. So I just wanted to bring you up to speed on my pregnancy, and I wanted to share with you some apps that I use for my pregnancy. I've been using them since I found out that I was pregnant. One of my favorites is called Hi Mommy. It's a free app that you can download. So I'm going to go ahead and read for you what it says today at my 32 weeks and 4 days. Are you out of breath? That's not surprising. The uterus compresses all the internal organs, including your lungs, so you can't fully extend them to take a deep breath. So every day you'll be greeted with a little message about your baby, their growth process, and everything that's going on. Another app that I use is called The Bump. It's also free. It shows you picture references of how big your baby is, a calendar that you can keep track of everything that should be up and coming, and there is a lot of great information and articles. There is an area for questions that real people reply to. So here is a preview of my bump at 32 weeks and 4 days. Another thing that I wanted to talk about are expectant mother classes. I've taken 2 already. First one that I've taken was the breastfeeding, and the second one was baby basics. And I have my childbirth class coming up at the end of this month. I'm looking forward to that just to kind of mentally prepare myself. Another great reason to enroll in the expectant mother classes is that you get some free samples. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got for my breastfeeding class. For the baby basics class, this is what I received. And along with those samples, they gave you tons of pamphlets for information on breastfeeding and child safety. So I highly recommend joining some expectant mother classes. As you can see, you do get some samples. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.